Welcome back to the Means Report. Thanks for staying with us, and thank you to Dr. Russell Keene, the president of Augusta University, for staying with us as well as he gets set to mark 1 year as president. So early happy anniversary to you. Congratulations, July 1. That's a big, big deal.
Thank you. We've had quite a year.
Well,
it seems like a blink in some ways, and other ways it seems like an eternity.
No, I know. Well, it's flown by. A lot has happened at AU. A ton has happened in our community, as you all know. And I want to talk about as many things as we can at Augusta University. I thought our first segment, talking about the Costa Lehman Health Fair, was good because it shows how y'all are involved in the greater community. And a lot of the programs happening show that as well. Girls and young women are our first focus through the Lead Hership program, Lead Hership at the Hull College of Business. Tell me what y'all are doing there and how that's important for the young women in our community.
Sure. We're really focusing on women's leadership pipeline across the board. How do we develop not only young people that are in our high schools and get and that matriculate through Augusta University, but also our team at Augusta University, our workforce. And so that is a defined leadership program specific to the issues related to being in leadership at a university or being in leadership wherever you may be, and just the different opportunities that exist there, and really bringing in a program that says you come to work at Augusta University or to live and work in our community, and we're absolutely going to grow and develop you. And so that is specific to a women's leadership pipeline.
Yeah. But
we're focused on leadership across the board as well. I mean, you know, across the country right now, there's a decline in male participation in college. And so what are the things that we can be doing to tie back into our communities and talk with the high schools and the middle schools to get these young men and boys to realize that they have great potential and that college could be in their trajectory. And so we're working on those engagement practices, but then as a university, we're also looking at just developing our workforce in such a way that if they're offered an opportunity to go somewhere else, that they really have to think long and hard about it because of the culture that we've created there and the support that we provide through these type leadership programs.
Do y'all have good relationships with employers who say, thanks for getting the workforce ready, we'll hire them on the spot when they get their diploma?
Oh, absolutely we do. And the relationships that we have with our workforce and our employers are that they also help influence curriculum and help influence these type programs through soft skill development and things of that nature, through technical development. I've read some studies that indicate that, you know, depending on what career field you get into, in 6 years' time, you're going to need to be reskilled and upskilled in that way. And so we really view our relationship with our students and our alums as a lifetime continuum of education.
Dr. Keene, what makes a young man say, college is not for me? Why are those numbers dropping?
Yeah, that's a question that we're continuing, and I think across the board we're starting to get more conversation around that. Some of it could be reinforcement, either in the environment that they're in at home or in schools, but you know, what are the things that we're doing or not doing that we should be doing differently to help influence that in that way? You know, you'll hear, it used to be getting a college at some point in education was $1 million proposition for over the lifetime of a person's career. Now it's up to like 1.4 million. But there are also studies that suggest that if you get into a college education, you go and you pursue higher levels of learning, that also impacts your life expectancy because you make better choices for health outcomes and things of that nature. So we're trying to get the word out and continue to let people know that they absolutely have it within them to be successful. And when they think about Augusta University, I want them to know that we're a place that will wrap our arms around them and help them in that way.
You know, Debbie Lehman, our guest in our first segment, is a huge proponent and advocate for the College of Nursing at Augusta University. AU's nursing college is now behind a program that encourages grandparents to be their healthiest. Just talk about that in general, because so many times, Dr. Keene, as you know, the grandparents are the caregivers. And from birth up to 17 years old, that grandmother or grandfather is the parent figure. And now y'all are reaching out to those folks. Why are y'all doing that?
Well, I think it's what we do. You know, we are the Health Sciences University. We take care of people, whether they're our students, our alumni, or the parents or grandparents or guardians of these individuals. But healthy grandparents, really, if you think about it, There's we have a very diverse community with broad backgrounds of where home lives and things of that nature. And we've got these individuals who are the primary care providers for these students, but we want to reach out to them to help them in that way. I mean, they've got their hands full in many ways, and it's not just their healthy options and choices to keep them healthy, but also the children with whom they're protecting and raising. And so I think it's important for us to recognize that the family environment is very different and structured very differently depending on who you're talking to. And so what we can do to help continue a healthy environment for students at home, they'll continue to be better prepared and better equipped to be successful in the classroom.
What about your relationship with Junior Achievement? Our Exchange Club had the opportunity a few weeks ago to visit the Junior Achievement Center. We were blown away by the facility, first of all, and the things that kids learn, second of all, because you can teach them to be financially literate, and a lot of kids and grown-ups don't have that skill. Talk about AU's involvement on that front.
So it really is a fascinating asset for our community.
It really is.
And it speaks to the collaboration that we're seeing across the board with Columbia County and Richmond County school systems working together in partnership to create something like this. It talks about, we've got Augusta University, Augusta Technical College, and a number of businesses and corporations that have said, we could all work together and collaborate and do something really special for our community. Augusta University, our goal there was not only to be a part of this education process, whether it's financial literacy, but also showing these young people that come through the door that they absolutely have a pathway to a degree. And so when you go into Augusta University space, you're going to see a variety of career fields that are demonstrated there, but these students are going to be able to kind of trace a way back, and it all leads to graduation. Yeah. And so that's been a phenomenal partnership that we look forward to continuing to grow for Junior Achievement. But across the board, our College of Education is really involved with literacy, with the Hub Center of Innovation, and with all of our community partners, with the CSRA Foundation, the Community Foundation, and really trying to not only help students get their reading level up to where it needs to be, but we're also helping adults learn how to read and understand financial literacy. So this all goes to our mission of community engagement. It's been something that we've been focused on for a long time, as we talk about with Costa Layman. But in the last 5 years, we've really set out to be designated as a Carnegie Community Engagement University, and this is just part of it. So it helps not only our community, but then our community helps train our students and our healthcare providers.
Well, it looks like your efforts to reach out to young people, as young as elementary school in some places, you'll see an Augusta University presence in that classroom, all the way up through high school. It seems like we're reaping the benefits of that when it comes to enrollment. I mean, last time I checked, AU has been on this upward swing when it comes to enrollment. How are we looking for the fall?
We're looking great. I mean, it's been, if you go back 10 years ago, we were about 8,333 students. Today we sit at 11,584. So that's about a 40% jump. But what's really interesting is that about 29% of the increase is from undergraduate enrollment, but the great majority is through graduate enrollment. So our graduate programs are really taking off. And so we're providing this continuum. You talked about our employers and our corporations in our community and around the state. We're talking with them. What is it that you need in program development? So we've developed a number of new programs that are very marketable and in need in the marketplace. And so we're 11,584 now. I think we'll probably do another 7.5%. We'll be upwards of 12,000, getting ready to hit about 13,000 students. But our student mix at the end, our goal is 16,000 students by 2030.
Yeah.
And that mix is going to be about 50% undergraduate and 50% graduate. And it really provides for a diversified campus experience that is truly unique for the state.
Well, it seems like, and this might be my last question time-wise, that Augusta University is a great place, certainly, to go get your undergrad degree, but also if you want a second chance at life, you want to change career paths, y'all can handle that too.
Absolutely. A continuum, we've got continuing education programs, but we also have situations where our world's changing rapidly from a technological standpoint. And 5 to 10 years ago, we're talking about cyber. AI really wasn't in a lot of our discussions, but today, AI, how are we going to do AI bioinformatics in healthcare, for example, and the game-changing opportunities that provides in terms of career development, but also pre-diagnosis for disease. And so we actually just started a department in the Medical College of Georgia of AI and bioinformatics in healthcare, and it's going to be a game changer for this university, but for our state and beyond.
Yeah, it is cutting edge, and y'all are right there at the forefront. Dr. Russell Keene, thank you to you and your team for what you do. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Augusta University President Dr. Russell Keene. So nice to come back just days after his last visit, because that's how much is going on and off campus. When we come back, how you can help shape future editions of the Means Report.